Monday on the Marilyn Denis Show, from gourmet popcorn to do-it-yourself martinis, celebrity event planner Sebastian Sentner has everything you need to host a glamorous Oscar party.
Well, if you want to make your kitchen look like the ones you see in your favorite decor magazine, then you need my next guest's style secrets. Please welcome designer Jennifer Brouwer. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you very much.
And it's true, because you open up and you go, how come my kitchen doesn't look like that? I painted the way they told me to paint, but it's the styling of it, isn't it?
Absolutely. Anybody can do it, I promise.
Right. So let's talk about, what do you want to start with first on this?
Okay, well, we're going to talk a little bit about the do's and don'ts.
Okay.
So one of the big ones, I generally say, don't put appliances on your counter. However, appliances have come a long way. There are some gorgeous appliances available.
Right.
So, you know, a little feature piece, sometimes in a contrasting color. This one here is stainless because, of course, we're going for a really soothing mojo here today. But absolutely use something like that. As a mother of three, I absolutely understand the need for function. So you don't want to bury your toaster. If that's something that you need every day, then by all means, leave it on the counter. But you want to zhuzh it up around with some other things.
Right, so you say don't display small appliances on the counter because you want, it looks cluttered, but if you need it, you need it. Do introduce a colorful statement piece.
Absolutely. I love color, as you can see.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to use some soothing things, but then, of course, little pops of color here and there. So, you know, one of the interesting things that we can do to draw the eye and keep the interest is using varying heights. So varying heights and different accessories, you know, you've got your tall, your medium, and your smaller. And then, of course, we've got lots of height over here and, you know, some high gloss and some matte and some texture. Those are all really beautiful elements that help with your kitchen styling that look fantastic.
And the color would come into, if you, well, we have a white orchid there, but if you want a pop of color, that's, the backdrop is so beautiful.
Absolutely.
That's what you'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right, so that's good. Okay, the next thing is, number three, group items in odd numbers. We've heard that a lot.
Absolutely.
So tell us how that works again.
Well, it's the same thing with any type of styling, with florals, with anything on your wall. You don't want to use even numbers. It's a little static and stagnant. It's nice to use odd variables that you can see here. You know, we've got 3s, we've got 5s, we've got 7s.
Okay,
Again,
give me a 3. Give me 3.
It's just really pleasing to the eye.
Eat,
so we have
3.
eat.
That's my favorite 3.
So my favorite word. So love this, and you know, it just has the ability to, you know, be fluid.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your heights, your variables.
But here's what I love, okay? I love the fact that, okay, how often do you use your cookbooks? You put 2 cookbooks there, you put a nice little pineapple there, which means welcome. And of course, the word eat there, but a little platter on the back, so it's dimensional.
Absolutely.
That's what I love about
Well, you
that.
and I have a lot in common. This is the only way I know how to use cookbooks.
Me too, I feel the same way. Okay, so you say don't use decorative elements that don't blend with the overall theme.
That's right.
Okay, so don't make anything stand out.
So by that,
What
I
do you
just mean that if you're in a builder kitchen and you have, you know, golden oak cabinets, you're not going to put a glamorous chandelier and, you know, crystal knobs. You're going to have it relative to your space. So in this vignette, we've used, you know, some nice white marble, and we've kept it very calm and serene so that you can pop in certain colors, but you'll see that we don't have like the oranges and the rusts and the earthy kind of rustic tones.
Right.
For the earth, we've just used you know, very natural products so that you keep your lights and your beige really loose and again very light and cheerful.
Well, you came in and did our redid all of our shelves,
I
and
sure did.
there's like kind of a modern thing about this, and then there's a rustic feel, you know, with our brick.
Absolutely.
But this is just completely. You know, it doesn't really, it doesn't do anything wrong with the brick. It's just enhancing what we already have, and that's what you're saying.
Yes, it's all about compatibility, using what you have.
Okay, so the other thing is the naturalness, the textures. That's what you want us to add in every once in a while.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really important, I think, to add varying textures, and I know that sometimes people don't exactly know what that means. And it's just a matter of bringing in varying elements. So for instance, we've got clear, we've got a little bit of sparkle here. We've got, you know, again, I'm not a rice and a pasta kind of girl. I'm more of a junk food girl. And we kept it all white, so some yogurt covered pretzels and some pumpkin seeds. But certainly, you know, Valentine's just passed. I just changed out my pink bubble gum and my cinnamon hearts. But getting back to textures, it's nice to use little simple things that you'd find from the earth. So shells, canvases, you know, in a mix with some of the glam and some of the matte.
I'm looking at all this. My eye, I just loving everything. I love that big tray up there too. That's great. Okay, so don't line up everything in a row.
Absolutely
and that's what we
not.
do. Sometimes we get things. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
So kind of give it dimension.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Use height for visual interest. Right? Do you use that?
Yes.
Don't line everything. Okay. Try different styles and textures. We talked about that. Artwork.
Artwork. I love using artwork in a kitchen, and a lot of times people used to think that that was a bit of a no-no. You can see here the canvas on the brick wall. That looks stunning.
That's really pretty.
We have some amazing examples in the vignette. Actually, we have a fabulous DIY here that was just done in a regular picture frame with some remnants of wallpaper.
Okay.
Just to, again, bring it in. It doesn't have to be expensive.
So that's just a regular, you know.
Absolutely, a regular frame,
Yeah.
just from the
That's a good
Supercenter,
idea.
actually, with some remnants of wallpaper. And again, coming back to canvas, I think the important thing here is when you're using artwork in a kitchen, just remember, especially if this is our said backsplash, that you want to be cognizant of safety. So you want to make sure that if you actually do cook in your kitchen, I don't know what that's about, but if you do, then...
But it looks nice.
But it looks nice. Then be careful of flammable items, obviously.
Yeah, you don't want to say, don't touch that. We don't eat in this kitchen, we just look at it.
That's right.
Lighting. Let's talk about lighting.
Lighting.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of lighting. I think that a lot of people tend to believe that now with all the pot lights available that, oh, why do you need lighting? It's so important. This is obviously a decorative element, certainly gives off a lot of light. There is never enough lighting for me. Certainly we have some under cabinet lighting here.
You know, that's a good point.
Let's go.
Can we go back to that again? Under cabinet lighting, it's so easy. You just applied this. This is so great. And it gives it dimension.
It really does.
So if you're on your counter and it's really dark, just adding these little lights in here.
Hugely helpful.
It's really,
it really bounces off the backsplash as well. So it makes it really jazzy. Yeah. Oh, that's my kitchen.
That's your kitchen?
Yes, and those are the stools that we brought in for today's vignette. And the beauty of that, again, is just seeing how the decorative light fixtures, you can use various elements.
I like that.
And thanks.
Yeah, looks really good.
Thank you.
And then of course this as well.
Yes.
What's the other thing that you wanted to show us today?
A fabulous light fixture.
I love this.
At this vignette. Again, it's just about setting the tone for guests.
Pretty.
It's using just different colors. You know, simple paper napkins. Everything doesn't have to cost a ton of money to make something look really sparkly and beautiful. Just using a simple place setting, you know, beautiful plates from HomeSense, setting it with flowers. You can never have enough fresh flowers. And really just making the space look great. A tray is your best friend. You know, you can take that on and off and use it as a vignette, move things around. Really, lots of beautiful things you can do to style your
So
kitchen.
if you're looking at your kitchen and you're going, there's a lot of stuff going on, take everything out, add some things in, edit.
Absolutely.
Only put a couple of things in and see if you can live with it.
Yes. If you would have seen me prepare for the show, you would have thought that I was moving in forever. You literally just grab bags and bags and bags. You don't have to take anything too seriously. You grab way more than you need, and you just set it all out, and then you play with it. And, you know, it would be an interesting show to kind of see how long this took me to set up, actually.
Well, we have the tape right now. Let's see it. No, we're just kidding. We don't, but
because
you know,
it's one of those things that it is fluid. You do move things around. It's not constant. We don't just, you know, as designers walk in and say, I need that owl to the left of this.
You play with
absolutely play with it.
Have fun with it.
We merge it.
Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer. Good.
Thank you.
Got some insight on that. We appreciate that. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. Nice. Very nice. That lighting is so great.
Coming up, our Diets on Trial series continues with the Fat Flush Diet. Does it really help you slim down fast? We reveal the verdict.